Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Saturday, December 28th, around 7:45 p.m. Mountain Time 2024. Kilauea Volcano now erupting once again for the third time in as many days. We've got a lot to talk about with tornadoes in Texas. Keep calm. It's boom time. Severe weather outbreak targets the south on Saturday. You can see here pivotal weather, the Storm Prediction Center, and, well, the tornado warning zone. Houston hit by multiple tornadoes today, leaving one dead. Unfortunately, multiple tornadoes struck the Houston area on Saturday, killing one person in Brazoria County and injuring four others, according to local reports. Holy macaroni. And that means tornadoes and severe weather means power outages, and there certainly are a few tonight in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Texas where that severe weather threat is currently happening. Rain and mountain snow return to northern Utah Saturday, and that means avalanche warnings. Heavy snow and strong winds put Utah on alert. An avalanche warning is in effect for northern and central Utah as conditions are particularly dangerous this weekend, according to the Utah Avalanche Center. The danger for the warning area is considered high today and possibly extreme tonight. Heavy snow and strong winds are creating widespread areas of unstable snow, so heed the warnings and stay out of the backcountry. And there are winter weather warnings in 14 states as up to 40 inches of snow to hit in some regions. And one of those regions is northern Colorado. Parts of Colorado could see as much as 30 inches just over the weekend. And here is the full forecast. Potential tornado outbreak today. We now know that has come true. And an atmospheric river for the Northwest. Severe thunderstorm outbreak with tornadoes, wind damage, and large hail are expected today from parts of the southern plains eastward into the lower Mississippi Valley and central Gulf Coast states. Several long-track strong tornadoes are expected. We did see that several of them have developed in Texas. Furthermore, excessive rainfall potential exists with flash flooding possible for the western U.S., with heavy precipitation and strong winds continuing and high mountain snow for the northern Rockies. We've got tornado warnings and watches out for most of central Mississippi. Heed those warnings. This is going to be a tornado outbreak overnight, the absolute worst kind. And a quick look at that severe weather. You can see 3, 6, 9 hours. It'll be moving east by tomorrow and then offshore as it bombs out up into Canada. Interesting on this model run. Take it out. This major snow system here in the first week of January, followed by a major nor'easter in the second week of January, could bring feet of snow to regions that haven't seen that much snow in decades. Absolutely fantastic the way the GFS model is setting up for snow. Ho, ho, ho. Let's take a look at the total snowfall and move it through. Here is Sunday and into Monday morning. You can see the snow continues in the west. A little breakout there in Michigan by Monday. Tuesday here, Wednesday, Thursday. This is the end of the week, Friday and into Saturday. Next weekend, Saturday and Sunday, another system in the Pacific Northwest. And then we start to get those eastern systems one after another in the first and second week of January. Is it true? Will it be snowing in central Florida by mid-January? Well, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. Al Gore is not pleased with the bumps. Seismic update. No quakes of note. Low-level activity worldwide. Good news for all those near major faults. As scientists warn of a growing danger from supervolcanoes. Some volcanoes lurk in silence, biding their time, and hold the potential for eruptions so vast they could reshape the world. And here you can see an artist's representation of a supervolcanic calderic explosion. Unlike cone-shaped volcanoes, supervolcanoes often appear as vast calderas. Massive depressions formed when the volcano's magma chamber collapses after the enormous eruption. The bad news about supervolcanoes is they actually may not all give us any warning, meaning there is no slow uptick in seismicity or seismic swarms before the big boom. Worldwide volcano news. No supervolcanoes went off today, but Kilauea weak lava effusion has resumed. We've got Liwatobi on the list to 10,000 feet. Reventador, 15,000 foot blast there. Ibu to 7,000 foot. Swanashima, 4,000 foot puff today. Fuego to 14,000. Conleon, 12,000 foot blast there. Nevado de Ruiz to 19,000. Semaru, who knew? 14,000 foot puff there. Sangay to 20,000 foot. Nevado de Ruiz passing Popo to 21,000 foot today. Reventador on the list. Ibu to 7. Swanashima to 4,000. Fuego to 15. Swanashima to 5,000. Conleon, 9,000 foot puff there. And Nevado de Ruiz, the largest blast today, 23,000 foot. Quick look at space weather shows not much going on. Not a lot of space weather headed our way, although you can see a ramping up here of the plasma, and that may be due to this active region that's about to turn into view. We also have a large coronal hole that's about to face Earth as well, so we'll be waiting for all that to develop over the coming days later next week. 3-day geomagnetic forecast is all quiet, folks. Now, NASA's Parker Solar Probe, I'm sure you've been reading lots about it. The fastest human-made object just touched the sun and shattered records. Lee and I break it all down over at Magnetic Reversal News tonight in just a few minutes. It didn't really touch the sun. It, in fact, was still 3.8 million miles away, but some consider that part of the solar atmosphere. And it's shattering records because this Parker Solar Probe is now moving 430,000 miles per hour, the fastest human-made object ever. So join us in a few minutes over at Magnetic Reversal News for the Boxing Day tsunami. This is the 20th anniversary of the world's worst disaster in modern times, and we will also dissect the claims about the Parker Solar Probe touching the sun and what some of us might mean for humanity and our future. The Boxing Day tsunami alone, which is considered the world's worst disaster, killed 100,000 people in just the first few minutes. Overall, over 230,000 were dead, and here we can see a huge ship sitting on a building. So you can imagine the discussion that we will have. And that's a boom to knowledge. Please hit the thumbs up. It's free. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Almost half the people that watch these videos are unsubscribed. And if you subscribe and hit the bell, maybe, just maybe, YouTube will give you a notification. Be safe. We love you. And that is a boom. And Happy New Year.